3031. We are here with the man from Go Combat Agency, Scott Farley. Dude, you had two fighters on the card tonight, Khortni Kamyron, Andrew Angelcor, who took the fight on 10 days' notice. They were both very impressive. Talk a little bit about your two fighters and their performances tonight.
Yeah, Andrew's on a run already. You know, he's 2-0 fight of the night in his debut. Took this fight on 10 days' notice. Don't know who's next. You know, we'll start looking at that. He wants to get back in there probably December 3rd.
Now, Khortni Kamyron, she may not have had any professional fights tonight. Up to tonight. Tonight was her debut, but she obviously was a veteran of combat sports because she looked extremely comfortable in the ring tonight. She had a game plan. She stuck to it. I think she was throwing Crystal off with the stance switches and the footwork, and then she was throwing feints, and that was throwing her off too. Talk a little bit about her performance tonight.
Oh yeah, you know, her jab was on point, you know, and we talk about that all the time, and more people need to realize if you don't have a jab, then what do you got, you know? She picked her apart with it. Even though it was her pro debut, you know, she came in here with 14 amateur fights, you know, and I don't think most people realize that. I've been managing her for about 2 years now. It took us 2 years to get here, but she's here now.
She's here now. You know what I said to her when I talked to her tonight? She just looked comfortable. She looked like she belonged there. She owned the ring tonight. Even though it was her debut, she looked like she owned the ring. You got some other fighters that have been inactive. Arnold Adams, the reigning heavyweight champ. When are we going to see a fight with him? What's the hold up here with him? And then I'll follow that up with Elvin Brito. What are we going to see with Elvin next?
So we've been waiting on Alan. You know, Alan was injured. So we were hoping to do it December 3rd, but I was told yesterday that it's probably in January. I can't say where, but hopefully soon. You know, Arnold hasn't fought since May, so you know it's quite a long layoff. Elvin, who knows? You know, the matchup was supposed to be Joe Elmore, but Joe's hurt, so now we got to look for somebody else. It has been mentioned Gogo before he decided to take this fight tonight. But I've heard tonight that he still wants that fight from Ryan and Gogo. So maybe, I don't know, I was kind of hoping for the winner between Lindsay and Hertz.
But it looks like they're going to have to run that one back. It was a tough stoppage. The doctor made the call, you know, upon further look at that cut. It was down to the bone. It was probably the right time to stop that. If those two run it back, they're going to be occupied. I could tell you that we interviewed Gogo earlier tonight. He said that he wanted Elvin Brito back, and he said that he wants to, if he is not medically suspended after this fight, he would be down the fight in December. Do you think that, obviously you can't speak for Elvin, but do you think that a December 3rd at the Hard Rock between Brito and Gogo could be something to talk about?
Oh, I'll definitely speak for Elvin, you know, because he's been a little quiet lately. A lot of people don't know I've been managing and coaching Elvin for about 8 years, so we're pretty much on the same page, and we've already talked about Gogo, and you know how Elvin is. He said he'll fight anybody. So if that's the matchup that makes sense, then it looks like it is. Gogo's, what, 4-0 now? So he should be ranked 3, I think, now. You know, so if that makes sense, let's do it. December 3rd, you know, I'd love to see Elvin back in there as soon as possible.
Gogo's a rising star. Brito's the established star. They're both killers in the 165 division. I don't see why they wouldn't add that one to the card. Any other fighters we should be looking for from Go Combat?
Daniel Alvarez will be back in the ring really soon. I can't say with who or where yet. Tony healing up. He'll probably be back in January. I have a whole list of other fighters that people haven't heard of yet that just nobody will match with them. Rich Canalina, you know, he was at tryouts. It's probably the best I've ever seen at tryouts. Jeff Peterson, who actually beat Mike Richmond in an MMA fight. So I'm trying to get him in, hopefully in December. But, you know, Joseph Creer. I don't know if you guys have heard of him yet. He's Tim Hester's coach. He fought in Bellator. He's 7-2 pro MMA. He might be stepping in December 3rd.
And the last thing I got for you, when I talked to Andrew Angelcor earlier tonight, he's fired up, 155-pound division. He wants everyone. He wants all the smoke. He said that he would like to fight someone in December as well. He said he'd like to get a fight in before the end of the year. I know he just fought tonight, but is a December fight for Andrew probably in the mix as well?
No, there's only one matchup at 155, and I don't think he's ready for that yet. Bryce Henry they're looking for a matchup for him on that date. And he's pretty legit. I don't know if most people have heard of him yet. I was talking to Ryan about him more. I didn't realize he was 6'5", so I don't think that's a good matchup for Andrew yet. So it looks like he won't be on that card. But, the Albuquerque card that's coming up soon is only 8 hours from where Andrew lives. So
okay.
hopefully we can get him on there.
Right, and near his home, he can draw a crowd as well. Dude, thanks for giving me a little bit of your time tonight. Go Combat Agency. They got a stable of killers. Pleasure talking with you, buddy.
Appreciate it.